Thank you. Turning to an I-Team investigation tonight. When police respond to people in a mental health crisis, experts say that can be dangerous for everyone involved.
In fact, national experts say police are 16 times more likely to kill people with a serious untreated mental illness than anyone else.
Chief investigative reporter Craig Cheatham examines the risk as he continues his investigation of how local police use force.
It has taken years to get here. A slow and sometimes painful walk recorded on this night by a police body camera.
I really wish that we could talk them inside.
It's early morning, April 2017. Deborah Robinson believes her 30-year-old son is having a psychotic episode. She watches more police arrive and senses her son's fear is growing.
My total focus was getting my son out of this situation alive.
To protect her son's identity, we're calling him Roger. Cincinnati police are here to enforce an order to hold Roger for 72 hours so he can receive an emergency psychiatric evaluation. Ms. Robinson requested the hold and a doctor ordered it.
Is it all right if I approach you and talk to you for a second?
Officer William Kuiper, a mental health response team officer, knows that Roger is afraid of police. So Kuiper tries to be non-threatening and encouraging.
All your family wants to do is help you out, man. All right? They just want you to go in and talk to a doctor.
But just a minute later, a different MHRT officer, Tyler Lane, moves toward Roger.
Hold on, stop.
All right, we're good.
So what's going on?
It was like a horror movie unfolding all of a sudden.
I'm gonna tase you. I'm gonna tase you.
The whole time, I am in a state of fear that they're going to kill my child.
He's not going to shoot him, man.
Oh, Jesus, don't shoot my son.
The Not On Your Side I-Team discovered Roger's case during our 6-month-long investigation of use of force by officers with 32 local departments. Use of force reports provided by the police show that since January 2016, mental health was a factor in 14% of the incidents involving force.
Better get down.
The I-Team's investigation found local police officers are more likely to use stun guns in cases involving mental health compared to incidents with everyone else. With Roger, police believe the use of electric shock was their best option to catch and control him as quickly as possible.
Get down. Stop.
Where Roger's mother saw this as the relentless pursuit and torture of a sick and vulnerable man, police believe they showed their commitment to public safety while they also tried to protect Roger.
I think they did an exceptional job, and they were very mindful of his safety through the whole process.
Chief Elliot Isaac says Lane, Kuiper, and other officers showed a great deal of patience and expressed compassion for Roger.
That is really part of the training, that you try to connect with these people and listen and really take to heart what's being conveyed to you.
Although officers deployed their stun guns 8 times, the shocks had little effect on Roger.
Drive stun him. Drive stun.
At times, depending on what that individual is going through, sometimes they have an unusual amount of strength and resistance to pain.
So Chief Isaac says since Roger refused to stop resisting and officers could not get cuffs on him, they were justified to keep shocking him.
In this case, I think, with the level of resistance, I don't think they really had much option.
During the incident, police say Roger grabbed one officer's taser, and Officer Lane said Roger tried to grab his gun.
When people are in crisis and they're feeling that hopeless, that's really dangerous.
Liz Atwell, Executive Director of Mental Health America of Northern Kentucky and Southwest Ohio, conducts training with local police departments.
The more time that we have, the more that we can slow things down and build a relationship, typically the more positive the outcome might be.
Things moved very quickly on the night Roger ran from Cincinnati police. His mother, Deborah Robinson, believes it's evidence that police weren't prepared.
I believe that they could have implemented more of the training that they supposedly get.
Stop. Stop.
But Chief Isaac says the response to Roger is evidence that the training works, and once Roger stopped resisting, they were finally able to calm him down.
We don't want to hurt you, okay?
Okay.
We're trying to help you.
And his mother was able to talk with him.
They just want you to go in and talk to the doctor. Okay? They just want you to go in and talk to the doctor. That's all.
Go and talk to the doctor?
That's all. Okay? You just ran and made it worse.
Even though Roger did receive the emergency help he needed, his mother insists police were too rough on her son.
What's legal isn't always right.
But Chief Isaac says police are resolving more incidents with mentally ill people without using force, which he says is a reflection of better training and officers who put those lessons into practice with Roger.
I think they did a tremendous job.
Deborah Robinson filed complaints against Cincinnati officers, but investigations by the CPD and the Citizen Complaint Authority cleared the officers and determined the force was justified. Roger pleaded guilty to obstruction of official business. A judge sentenced him to a day in jail. Ms. Robinson says it was the first time her son had been charged with a crime. Craig Cheatham, 9 on your side.
Right now, you can go to WCPO.com and you can learn more about a case of attempted suicide by a cop.
I-Team reporter Dan Monk and producer Brian Nees show how Hamilton officers kept their cool when a man holding a knife demanded that they shoot him.